disrupted.
America that I fought for.
Weird thing to happen. So here's something to note after the train wreck of the presidential debates between Joe Biden and Donald Trump is apparently a bunch of people that are witnessing this are all in agreement that Joe Biden should not be running a second term. According to the CBS poll done by YouGov, it says increasing number of voters don't think Biden should be running for after debate with Trump, from a CBS News poll. So here's some of the graphs here to show people that this has been a long time coming. This was going to happen. That people are starting to witness it. So CBS News poll by YouGov saying Biden have mental and cognitive health to serve as president. And so they compared it to June 9th of 2024 compared to now. And look at the shift. So it went from 35% of does have the mental health to do it to 27%. Does not went from 65 to 72%. So even before the debates, people know that Joe Biden was not fit to serve as commander-in-chief. Now it's even higher. It's more cognitively clear to the rest of the people that he's not capable of being commander-in-chief. How about this one? It says, have mental cognitive health to serve as president. So they compared Trump to Biden. And it says, does 27% to 50%. Compared to does not, has 72% to 49%. So more people are favorable of Trump having mental capacity to rule the country, to lead as commander-in-chief, than Joe Biden. And yet the media is still trying to defend him, saying he's sharp as a tack, smart as a whip. He's a wise old man. Don't question your elderly. They're smart and wise. He could sum up America in one word, folks. How about this one? At the debate, which candidate between the two presented ideas clearly? Trump got 47% compared to Biden at 21%. Appeared presidential, 28% to 46%. Inspired confidence, 18% to 44%. This is a CBS poll. This is not Fox News. This is not Newsmax. This is not Tucker Carlson. This is a CBS News poll that they're even saying this. Explain plans and policies, 35 to 43% in favor of Trump. So people are aware of this. People are outnumberedly aware of the fact that Joe Biden is clearly in a mental deficiency and is not able to serve as commander-in-chief. But everybody from the Democratic establishment to the news media to former presidents to people on social media accounts, TikTokers tied to the Democratic Party, tied to mainstream media, they're all pouncing on people to defend Joe Biden. They are cult members sucking up to their leader. That is what I'm witnessing, is people deliberately lying to their own audience, deliberately lying to them, exposing themselves of who they truly are to rush and defend a demented circus freak. That shows how brainwashed, how dilute you are in this Democratic cult to kiss the ass of the establishment and lie to your own people. You are a dupe, you are a coward, and you're basically a political whore. That's what it is to be in a cult. And that is what these people are. And the rest of the country is showing that they're not going to be duped into the mainstream squabble of defending Joe Biden. But here's, for example, Nancy Pelosi. Nancy Pelosi pounced onto CNN after the debate to do some cleanup work, to do some damage control, to make believe that the viewers were deceived by a live broadcast that you didn't see the true Joe Biden that I know. So I'm going to lie to you and tell you how smart this guy really is. And watch how Nancy Pelosi, a nefarious liar and criminal that she is going to again lie to her own people, lie to the viewers of CNN, lie to the rest of the country to not believe your own eyes and ears. Listen to how just deranged this is.
But the reality is there are still a lot of concerns that Joe Biden is the person to get you to that point, to making sure that Donald Trump is not back in there. No. Some prominent columnists, several newspaper editorial boards are just simply calling for Biden to step aside for the good of the country. Tom Friedman, a friend of President Biden's, wrote the following. He wrote, Joe Biden, a good man and a good president, has no business running for re-election. If he insists on running and he loses to Trump, Biden and his family and his staff and party members who enabled him will not be able to show their faces. What do you say to that? Is there any part of you that believes that President Biden should step aside?
Even Thomas Friedman, the biggest kiss ass of the Democratic establishment, a guy who kisses that party so hard that he has the taste of donkey on his lips, is even calling for Biden to step down. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? That predominant, even Democratic influencers are retracting their steps away from Joe Biden. But here's Nancy Pelosi going to ignore that and just do the cowardice move to deflect from all the obvious clues here.
I want you to know I came home to California, South and North, and people are for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. They have some judgment about a person who sat on that, stood on that stage and lied. If you're just talking about the debate, I'm respectful of some of the opinions that people have, but I also am respectful of the grassroots. My people are very much Biden, Kamala Harris, and this is an opportunity for Joe Biden to go out there and show he has the stamina and the rest. And by the way, while the press, and for some reason they don't, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia, that his connection, his thoughts do not go together. Not only that he just lies, he doesn't even know the truth. So if
Yeah, Joe Biden doesn't have dementia. Trump has dementia. You have dementia. Everybody has dementia here. You're crazy to think that Joe Biden has dementia. What is this, grade school? Chris Christie isn't fat. You're fat. You're fat for thinking that Chris Christie is fat. He is buff enough to run this country. Urgh. My husband did not have a gay affair. It's gay for you to even mention that. It's incredible. The fact that even for CNN to show Thomas Friedman wanting Joe Biden to step down, Nancy Pelosi didn't even notice that. She just went on to deflect. Well, Trump has dementia. You mentioned Joe Biden. Trump has dementia. You have dementia. Everybody here has dementia. I'm not crazy. You're crazy. This is crazy. You're crazy. The whole world is crazy. Why even mention about this? Let's go back to our homes. I'll go sit and eat my ice cream and forget all about this. Holy crap. Let's hear this again.
This is an opportunity for Joe Biden to go out there and show he has the stamina and the rest. And by the way, while the press, and for some reason they don't, there are healthcare professionals who think that Trump has dementia, that his connection, his thoughts do not go together. Not only that he just lies, he doesn't even know the truth.
By the way, Trump did take a cognitive test, because when when the media was going after him to say that he wasn't mentally fit to run the country, there was countless press and countless articles shaming Trump for running re-election, saying that he doesn't have the mental acuity to it. Both Trump and Biden were supposed to take that test. Trump did. You know who didn't take that test? Joe Biden. Why does no one hold that accountable? If Joe Biden truly is a smart, fantastic human being that apparently Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democratic establishment want me to believe, you want me to choke down that stupid lie and consider that truth, why isn't Joe Biden taking that test to prove to his people that he is a smart man? Because he isn't. Because he's clearly demented, and they are trying to cowardly cover over it. They're covering over it in the most pathetic, stupid way by saying that Trump is demented. You're demented. How dare you speak about our leader that way? He's a smart fellow, old, wise human being. He's smart as a tack. This is the best Biden we've ever had. Oh my God.
So if we're just talking about mental acuity, let's be fair about it. I don't think Tom Friedman thinks that that Donald Trump should be president of the United States. And while he may be saying we're enablers, we see Joe Biden up close. We know how attuned he is to the issues, how informed he is. And I debate with him about legislation, and not debate, but discuss it with him. He's right there. So in any case, it was a bad night. Let's not sugarcoat that. It was a bad night. It was a great presidency. And
let's not sugarcoat this. Let's not talk about this anymore. It was a bad night, okay? You know, he went on stage, he talked, and it didn't talk the right thing. Like, let's not bring that to. I love how they're already trying to sweep this under the rug. Don't pay attention to that. Don't mention about the debate. Don't even bring that into account. Like, Joe Biden's a smart man, okay? Let's all go back. Worry about paying for food on their table and paying for rent and how the decline of the country is turning us into World War III. Don't even mention about Joe Biden. Don't mention about leadership. Let's just go back. Nothing to see here. Show's over, folks. Just completely memory hole the whole thing. And not mention the fact that there's countless other times outside of that debate that we could bring to attention the fact that Joe Biden is not mentally fit at all. Not just to serve for president, but mentally not fit, as in the point of he needs home care. Like, again, this is all elder abuse. This is clearly a man who is showing obvious signs of dementia. Obvious signs to everybody. And they're trying to fabricate over it to make him become president, the commander-in-chief responsible of the highest order, and you're abusing him for it. You're abusing. If you care so much about Joe Biden, if you care so much about him, you'd be telling him to step down and take it easy. You'd be telling him that he needs help, not to run for re-election. You evil, psychotic, psychopathic ghouls. But they don't care. They don't care. These are self-serving, narcissistic pukes that want him to continue on running for office so they can get the kickbacks for it. And anyone that mentions it, how dare you bring that to attention? Hey, pay no attention behind the curtain. No, don't even, no. The debate never even happened. Debate never even happened. La, 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 la. As they're constantly reminded of Joe Biden being president when people can't afford to fill up their gas tanks or pay for their electric bill or making sure their kids go to a safe school. Freaking Christ. But, at least there are some options. Considering this, from the New York Times, saying that Kamala Harris could win this election. Let's let her. Because that is that's a better option, right? A cackling buffoon next to the demented guy. Jesus. And I'm pretty sure if that was an option, Hillary Clinton would be coming out of the dark shadows of her cabin in upstate New York to battle it out between Kamala Harris, because that's rightfully mine. We always know that Hillary Clinton was not only just determined to be president, but psychotically demon-possessed to take over that role. Like, she will fight tooth and nail whoever comes to become the commander-in-chief. She is determined to be the first lady president, and I will not get that away from Kamala Harris. Oh, jeez. And I just want to reiterate, too, when Joe Scarborough keeps reminding me that this is the best Biden we ever had, and I got to shut up if otherwise. He said that on his morning show, Morning Joe. I want to refresh people's memory on other versions of Biden that were so great. Because even when Joe Biden wasn't a melting ice cream cone, he was an evil psychopath. Like, even when Joe Biden was at his cognitive best, he was at the worst. So there was no best version of Biden. There was no better version of Biden. They were just all awful. Starting from 1991 when he attacked Anita Hill. 1994 wrote the disastrous racist crime bill. 1995 wrote the Patriot Act. In 1995, before 9/11. Before 9/11, they've already signed up the Patriot Act. Mass surveillance. 1996 voted against gay marriage. 1999 repealed Glass-Steagall Act. 2001 voted for the Patriot Act. 2002 voted for the Iraq War. 2005 voted to end bankruptcy protection for students. 2024 complicit in genocide and rise of far right. So which best Biden represents you? And if you can't handle it, you can't handle it. According to Joe Scarborough. This is the best version of Biden we've ever had. Because if we have a demented, pathetic fool in the position of commander-in-chief, then the rest of the deep state is able to psychotically control everything. They're able to have complete control if they have their puppet in government. And that is Joe Biden. But even when Joe Biden was at his best, he was not at his best. He was the worst for the country, and he's always been the worst for the country. And it just baffles my mind that people still, even to this day, are defensively supportive of this guy to chant 4 more years, even though they are just completely embarrassing themselves, embarrassing the entirety of all this. Well, Joe Biden is defending democracy. No, Joe Biden is destroying any means of what little democracy you have. You don't live in a democratic state. You live in an oligarchy. And Joe Biden is just toppling off it. He is not defending anything. He is not doing for anybody except for the top 0.00001% that's capitalizing on the fact that they can play Weekend at Bernie's in the White House. That's all this matters. And I feel sorry for the rest of America that has to suffer through this nightmare continuously every single time, because as we now know and predominantly clear, it doesn't even matter who the president is. You're ruled by nefarious freaks in dark corners of the establishment that are unelected, unaccountable, hide in the shadows, and completely terrorize the entire humanity as a whole. That is the America that we all know, and it's been going on for decades.